Today we are going to see the prose, the miracle. Let us see what is the miracle. Imagine finding a lucky golden ticket in a chocolate bar, one which would get you as many bars of chocolates as you wanted to. Let us read what happens when Charlie goes to buy a bar of chocolate. Charlie entered the shop and laid the damn 50 pence on the counter. So, Charlie, he entered the shop, laid, that is, he had kept 50 pence. He had a 50 pence and he kept 50 pence on the counter. So, on which shop, let us see? 1. Wonka's Whipple Scription. Fudged Mallow Delight, he said, remembering how much he had loved the one he had on his birthday. So, Charlie is asking a Whipple Scrumptious Fudged Mallow Delight. It is a kind of a chocolate. So, he needs the chocolate and he had the chocolate on his birthday. So, now he needs it again now. The man behind the counter looked fat and well fed. So the man behind the counter, he is very fat. He looked very fat. He had big lips. So now this is the appreciation of the shopkeeper. The man had big lips and fat cheeks and a very fat neck. The fat around his neck bulged. So bulged means it is a stuck out in a round shape, a bulged one. Out all around the top of his collar like a rubber ring. He turned and reached behind him for the chocolate bar, and then he turned back again and handed it to the Charlie. So now Charlie, he is going to the chocolate shop. So there he asked for an Whipple Scrumptious Fudged Mallow Delight. This is the name of the chocolate and he needed he gave there 50 pence. He given 50 pence on the counter. He kept it 50 pence on the counter. Pence, it represents the money. Then he had the chocolate before on his birthday. So now he needs it again. So now this para is full of the shopkeeper's description. How does he looks? So he was very fat, big lips, fat cheeks, and his neck is bulged around. Bulge means it is a swollen one around the top of his collar and rubber ring. So he turned and reached him behind for the chocolate. Now he gave the chocolate to him and turned back again to his place. He gave the chocolate to the Charlie. Charlie grabbed it quickly, tore off the wrapper and took an enormous bite. So now Charlie, he grabbed it, he snatched it. Immediately he tore off the wrapper and he took an enormous bite. So he is very fond of that chocolate. Then he took another and another and oh, the joy of being able to charm large pieces of something sweet and solid into one's mouth. So he took another and another bite. It is an enormous bite. Enormous means a big bite. So he swallows it slowly into his mouth with sweet and solid. It goes into his Charlie's mouth. The sheer blissful joy of being able to fill one's mouth with rich, solid food. You look like you wanted that one, Sonny, the shopkeeper said pleasantly. So he was very happy to have that chocolate. Charlie was very happy to have that chocolate. He is eating so eagerly. He took an enormous bite and he eats that with joyfully. So the shopkeeper is asking, you look like you wanted that one, Sonny, the shopkeeper said pleasantly. So shopkeeper, he looks, how does he eat? So he asked him whether you need it. Again one more. Charlie nodded, his mouth bulging with chocolate. So his mouth is full of chocolate. The shopkeeper put Charlie's change on the counter. So, shopkeeper he gave back the balance change to the Charlie and he kept it on the counter. Take it easy, he said. It will give you a tummy ache if you swallow it like that without chewing. So, he is having the chocolate with a great force. He is having the chocolate. He took an enormous bite also. So by seeing this, the shopkeeper says that be cool to have it slowly. It will give him a tummy ache if he swallow it fully. So Charlie went on wolfing down the chocolate. But even though Charlie he is having, because he is very fond of the chocolate, so he is swallowing as it is, and he could not stop that. And in the less than half a minute, the whole thing had disappeared down his throat. So within half a minute, he had that chocolate. He ate the chocolate fully. He was quite out of breath, but he felt marvelous, extraordinarily happy. Now after having the chocolate, he felt it very happy, marvelous and extraordinarily happy. He reached out a hand to take the change. Then he passed. His eyes were just above the level of the counter. He was staring at the silver coins lying there. The coins were all 5 penny pieces. There were 9 of them altogether. Surely it wouldn't matter if he spent just one more. So now he put his hand in his pocket and he took some more silver coins. And also he saw some coins are there that the change was given by the shopkeeper. So now totally he got 9 out of that. So he thought of getting one more chocolate. I think, he said quietly, I think I will have just one more of those chocolate bars. The same kind as before, please. Now he is asking the shopkeeper to give one more chocolate also, because he is very happy to have it. He is very eager to have that. He is very fond to have that. So he is getting one more chocolate also. Why not? The fat shopkeeper said, reaching behind him again and taking another whipple-scrumptious fudged mellow delight from the shelf. So now the shopkeeper he is giving one more chocolate of the same brand. He laid it on the counter. Now he gave it to him. Charlie picked it up and tore off the wrapper. So he kept it on the counter and Charlie he picked it up and tore off the wrapper. And suddenly, underneath the wrapper, there came a brilliant flash of gold. Charlie's heart stood still. So now the second chocolate, what he got, once after he is opening the chocolate that he tore off the wrapper, suddenly what did he saw? He saw an underneath, that is the wrapper below, under the wrapper he can see a brilliant flash of gold. So there is a flash, it is glittering like gold. The Charlie's heart stood still. So he was stood still. He don't know what to do. He was astonished. It's the golden ticket screaming. So what is that golden color? You can see this ticket here. So this is the golden ticket. So this was seen under the wrapper. So it is the golden ticket, screamed the shopkeeper, leaping about a foot in the air. You have got a golden ticket. You have found the last golden ticket. Hey, would you believe it? Come, look at this, everybody. The kids found Wonka's last golden ticket. There it is. It's right here in his hand. So Charlie, he opened the second chocolate. So it was the wrapper. Under the wrapper, he saw a golden glittering paper is there. So see, this is the ticket, golden ticket. This is what he saw there. And it is the golden ticket, screamed the shopkeeper. This was shopkeeper. He says that this was the golden ticket that he got by this. The boy had found this golden ticket. So he says that, the shopkeeper says that this was the Wonka's last golden ticket. So Wonka's is the branded of the chocolate. So this was the last golden ticket of that brand. So he said that the golden ticket was right in the hand of the small boy. It seemed as though the shopkeeper would collapse in a fit. In my shop too, he yelled. So the shopkeeper is very happy that in his shop he got that golden ticket. He found it right here in my own little shop. Somebody call the newspaper quick and let them know. Watch out now, Sonny, don't tear it as you unwrap it. Then things precious. So now the shopkeeper says that, so in my so small shop I got this golden ticket. I found it from the boy. So he says that, the Charlie, you keep that chocolate to be very safe. To keep the wrapper to be very safe because it is so precious. So let us see what is written in the golden chocolate. See here, golden ticket. The golden ticket presents this ticket at the factory gate at 10 o'clock in the morning of the first day of October, and do not be late. You may bring with you one member of your own family, and only one, but no one else. In your wildest dream, you cannot imagine the marvelous surprise that awaits you. So, see, the brand, Wonka's brand had given this golden chocolate. It says that in the golden chocolate it is written that, so on first day of October, 10 o'clock, they have to go. So who got this golden chocolate, golden ticket, they have to go to the factory along with any one member from their family, and there they will find a wildest dream that they cannot imagine. Such a marvelous surprise is waiting for the person who is having the golden ticket. So now who was the winner of the golden ticket here? Yes, Charlie, he got the golden ticket, and the shopkeeper is very happy to have that golden ticket from his shop. So he says that to call some of the newspapers to make a note of it, and he is too proud to have it in his shop. In a few seconds, there was a crowd of about 20 people clustering around Charlie, and many more were pushing their way in from the street. So now in front of the shop, shop, a cluster. Cluster means what? Standing close. A crowd of 20 people were joined there. They made a crowd there, and they said everybody wanted to get a look at the golden ticket and the lucky finder. So they want to find what the crowd, they want to know. They want to see the golden ticket and the lucky finder, that is the Charlie. Where is it? Somebody shouted. Hold it up so all of us can see it. There it is there. Someone else shouted. He is holding it in his hand. See the golden shining. So they are asking, boy, you hold it up to see, show it to all other crowd. They want to see the golden tickets. So the golden ticket is shining. How did he manage to find it? It would like to know. A large boy shouted angrily. 20 bucks a day. I have been buying them for weeks and weeks. So another big boy than Charlie, the elder boy, he is saying that every day for a day he is buying 20 chocolates of the same brand, but he could not find the golden chocolate. How would Charlie got that? Think of all the free stuff he will be getting too, another boy said enviously. A lifetime supply. He will need it, the skinny little shrimp, a girl said laughing. So each and every children who were standing there, they are giving their own thoughts. Charlie hadn't moved. So now what happened to Charlie? He standed stunned. He was astonished and he feels very surprised. He don't know what to do. Charlie, he hadn't moved. He hadn't even unwrapped the golden ticket from around the chocolate bar. He was standing very still, holding it tightly with both the hands while the crowd pushed and shouted all around him. He felt quite dizzy. Dizzy means confused and unsteady. There was a peculiar floating sensation coming over him as though he were floating up in the air like a balloon. So see how happy, how he feels, the Charlie. So the students, you also feel like you are getting a golden ticket. So you play the role of this Charlie. You think about that you are Charlie. So you can guess the feelings. So he unwrapped it, he hold that chocolate, that he hold the ticket so hardly, that is so tightly by the both the hands. He don't know what to do. He was like what, flying in the air like a, floating in the air like a balloon. So he is very in a sensation mode, in a different mode. He didn't found this kind of experience till now. His feet didn't seem to be touching the ground at all. He could hear his heart thumping away loud somewhere in his throat. So his heart is beating heavier. So he's floating in the air. He feels that he's floating in the air. At that point, he became aware of a hand resting lightly on his shoulder, and when he looked up, he saw a tall man standing over him. Listen, the man whispered, I will buy it from you. I will give you 50 pounds. How about it? Hey, and I will give you a new bicycle as well. Okay. So now as soon as what happened, the crowd was around him. From that crowd, a man was coming near to him. He lightly handed on his shoulder. He looks tall. So he looked up him and he looks very tall. He said to him slowly, whispering means murmuring. So he said to Charlie slowly that he will give 50 pounds and he will give even bicycle. He needs the golden ticket. So, are you crazy? Shouted a woman who was standing equally close. Why, I would give him 200 pounds for that ticket. Why you want to sell that ticket for 200 pounds, young man? So another woman who was standing near to them, she was saying, are you crazy? Shouted the woman who was standing near close to him. Why I would give him 200 pounds for that ticket? You want to sell that ticket for 200 pounds, saying man. So he says that, why do you want to get it for 200 pounds? He was shouting. The lady was shouting that tall man. That's quite enough of that. A fat shopkeeper shouted, pushing his way through the crowd and taking the Charlie firmly by the arm. So by seeing this, the shopkeeper, he came near to Charlie and he take him separately, since the crowd is ready to collect the golden ticket from Charlie. Since he is a small boy, somebody may get the golden ticket from Charlie. So he took him alone. Make way there, let him out. And to Charlie, as he led him to the door, he whispered, don't you let anybody have it. Take it straight home quickly before you lose it. Run all the way and don't stop till you get there. You understand? Charlie nodded. So now the shopkeeper, he took Charlie from that crowd place. He took it separately and said to them, keep that ticket so safely and to go to the home, straight to the home, not to stop anywhere in between the place. So he wants to take him to the home, straight to the home, and do not lose the ticket for any cause. So Charlie nodded and he started there. You know something, the fat keeper said, passing a moment and smiling at Charlie. I have a feeling you needed some luck. I am glad you got it. Good luck to you, Sony. So the shopkeeper is saying that you have some luck. Good luck, boy. You have the ticket so safe and take it to your home. You might have some luck, so you got the ticket. Again, he wishes him and send the boy to the home. Thank you, Charlie said, and off he went running through the snow as fast as his legs could go. So now he is running. He said that he thanked the shopkeeper and he went from that place. He runs. It was snow, time of snow, so he runs so fast as much he could. As he flew past Mr. Willy Wonka's factory, he turned and waved at it and sang out, I will be seeing you soon. And 5 minutes later, he arrived at his own home. So while he is going on the way to the home, he saw that Wonka's factory, that is the chocolate factory, where he want to go on October 1st. So he saw there and he sang the song that I will be seeing you soon. So by saying this, after a minute he reached the home. Okay children, by this the story ends here. So let us see the author's hint. Roald Dahl, 1916 to 1990, was born in England. He is one of the most successful and well-known author of fiction for children. He created several lovable characters such as Willy Wonka, Danny, the champion of the world, and BFG, that is Big Friendly Giant. Apparently, the idea of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came to him when he was in school. The chocolate company used to send chocolates for the students to eat and taste. Dahl was used to dream of inventing a new variety of chocolate. So, he was an author of fiction for children. He wrote many fictions for the children. His major lovable characters are William Wonka, Danny, the champion of the world, BFG. These are his characters. And you can see this story is adapted from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So this was his dream when he was in his school days. So that's all. Here the miracles prose finish overs here. Let us we see in the next class. If you like the video, like, share and comment and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you.